Hey, it's Dan Digler. I just had this sweeping inspiration on my walk in the woods a few days ago that decided to film quite a few of these all in a row. And I realized that in my little chat about goals, I talked about major and minor goals, and I kind of blew past that to the pieces that I thought were maybe more important about knowing where the end of a goal is and being able to track how people came in, using the UTM codes. And just to reiterate, major goals are those that end in purchases or they end as a lead for your sales team to close. So those are your major goals because they impact your bottom line very, very directly. Then come your minor goals, and those are all the things that help to build and encourage, prospects, leads, and even customers to purchase something else or to enter into a sales funnel again. So for minor goals, I think like subscriptions, I think ebook downloads, event attendance, number of blog articles read, videos viewed, etc., etc. Now, many of these goals are more valuable than others. And when I build my goals, like I was talking about yesterday in Google Analytics, I like to give them all the value. And actually, I like to build that value on the real world value. So what is a customer worth to you? So if they become a lead, what is that lead actually worth in dollar amounts? Most teams don't really have that number readily available. And so sometimes I'll shortcut it until we can get a real number and just say, let's make all those 100 points. And we'll put a value of 100 into Google Analytics. And then for my minor goals, I'll do anything from 10 to 1 point, Is it a major influencer? All right, let's make it 10 points. It's a minor influencer, let's just make it 1 point, It doesn't really influence a ton, but it's another step in somebody deepening their relationship with me. So what that helps me understand is, at least on some level, when I look at my analytics, what pages and channels are driving the most benefit to my bottom line. And it really helps me understand where to focus my time. Now, if I did understand what my average customer value is, which isn't too hard to figure out, you just take some period of time, say a year, maybe a quarter, and add up all of the revenue, all of your clients generated in that time divided by the number of clients, and boom, you've got yourself an average. But every lead that comes in doesn't become a client. So setting the lead value to just the average customer value doesn't seem quite right. So this is where you got to go to your CRM and figure out, what is my conversion rate? How many leads do I need before I get a client? Where I work, I've seen conversion rates anywhere from 15% all the way up to 50, 60%. Really depends on the team, the expertise, the value they provide, etc. But multiply your average customer value by your conversion rate, and that's your lead value for your major goals. Okay? And then from there, again, take factors of 10, 20, and 100 to figure out the other few. Divide that by 10 to figure out your most impactful minor goal value, divided by 20 for the next set, or divided by 100 to find your least valuable. And using this methodology, you can now see in Google Analytics the value of specific blog posts, the value of pages, and or the value of certain channels, and your actual efforts, campaigns even, whole campaigns put together. You can see what the value of those are based on how many leads those generate and the actual real-world actions that visitors take when coming in contact with your brand. Now, if that's not valuable to understand which efforts and pieces of content are driving the most outcomes for you, well, then you can just turn this off, delete it, I'll go quit and go into a whole other line of business. But I think most of you will agree that it'd be super valuable to know that every 5th email I send, I get a lead, and that thus makes my email the most valuable channel. I think insights like that are super valuable because it really helps to change our actions and drive us to do what brings the most results. So, recap, major minor goals, give them a value in Google Analytics because it's going to show you which campaigns, which efforts are driving the most results, and it's going to change your behavior to actually work on the things that matter most. All right, I'm Dan Diggler. Thanks for joining me on This Ain't No April Fool, or I Ain't No April Fool 30-Day Marketing Challenge. Have a good one.